Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves.
I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood cause I'm trying hard to love.
In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some of my plant predictions for 2022. I feel like I might have done a video like this last year, but as we creep closer to the new year, I thought it'd be a good time to start, getting some ideas of what might be popular next year so that you guys have some idea of what to expect. Obviously, these are just going to be predictions. I have no way of telling you guys what the future of plants is going to look like, but I do have a pretty good idea of what the market is like now, especially with my experience working at a plant shop, and I feel like I can give pretty good insight as to what might be popular next year based on what I know about this year. Before I do go dive into all of that, I do have a very special announcement. In today's video, I will be showing you guys all of the items that will be a part of my 10K subscriber giveaway. I'm so excited to be finally doing this. I have finished collecting all of the items from all of the very generous businesses, so I'm really excited to show them off to you guys. Before I do though, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up if it's content that you enjoy. I also have YouTube memberships, which is a really great way to get to know me a little bit better and join an awesome little Discord group chat. I also have extra content available for my members at the top 2 tiers, which is really fun. So yeah, if you're interested in joining, definitely do so by clicking the join button down below. There's also a link in the description if you are interested. But with that being said, let's get into all of the items for the giveaway before we get into my 2022 predictions. So obviously I had to include some houseplants because this is a houseplant channel. This giveaway is going to be taking place on Instagram and it will be live as soon as you see this video. So definitely once this video is over, go over to my Instagram and check that out. But yeah, the giveaway is open to Canadian and US residents only, unfortunately, just due to shipping. And the plants that I am going to be giving away will only be available to the Canadian citizens, but there is another package that I will be doing for the United States as well that will be completely legal to ship across the border. So yeah, with all of those disclaimers out of the way, let me start off with the plants. So the plants a part of this giveaway were donated by Secret Garden Boutique. It is the plant shop that I work at, and we have some pretty awesome plants there. Lori donated 3 plants to my giveaway, one of them being this beautiful Hoya biacensis. I think I'm saying that right, but this is a super special plant that with some nice lighting will actually get super splashy, which is really, really cool. The next plant is the beautiful Hoya Rang San. This is a Hoya that I recently got and I am so obsessed with it. I thought that it really just looked like a pubic calyx at first, but when I got one for myself, I realized it is so much more than that. And there's so much nice veining in it, as well as the amazing speckling on the leaves. Then last for the plants, we also have this beautiful Hoya Hell Wiggiana. Funny name, but this guy gets really, really beautiful and nicely sun stressed if you put it under a really nice grow light or in a nice windowsill. But this is a super stunning plant and one that is really easy to care for too. I love the veining in it and the leaf shape is just pretty unique as well. So that is the third plant. Obviously, in order to enter the giveaway, you will have to follow Secret Garden on their Instagram. I will have it linked down below, but it will also be linked in the Instagram post that is a part of the giveaway. Next up, we have these gorgeous mats. These are potting mats from Leaflet Co. I'm so grateful. These are so awesome. They come with these nice little green snaps. I will likely be separating these guys. One person from Canada will get one and one person from the United States will get one. Again, all of her information will be left down below, but these are so great. I actually have used them myself for potting up my plants. So I know that they're really, really great and I am excited for you guys to get your hands on these. Next up, we have these gorgeous earrings from Heart Rooted. You guys know how much I love this company. They made my Lumi earrings, if you haven't seen those already, but they are so amazing. These are made of polymer clay and I am so obsessed with them. Again, if you want to browse her shop, the link will be down below as well, but I'm super excited for whoever gets these. I was also able to get some moss items from VESTURES and Vines. This is one of my favorite moss pole companies by far, and I was able to get you guys the gray version. I haven't seen them before in this color, so I think that's really cool. This guy here is a beautiful little plank. So if you have something like a Monstera dubia or a Rhaphidophora, something that shingles or climbs, you know, more flat, this is a perfect option. And then of course we also have your standard moss pole, which is still really great. And it's also in that nice gray color. Last but not least, we have some stuff from Bios. Bios is my favorite fertilizer, you know, nutrient company for sure. We sell it at Secret Garden, and they also have an online website. It's also sold in a lot of different places, but they were kind enough to donate some new products here. We have their probiotic soil and foliar drench, and also the Yucca natural surfactant. 2 people will be getting these guys because I have doubles of both. And then of course you're also going to get their fertilizer, which is so awesome. This is the big bag too, so you'll be set for a little bit. But yeah, those are all of the items a part of the giveaway. I really hope you guys are excited about it. If you are, definitely go check out my Instagram down below for all of the details and to enter. But yeah, that's going to be all before we get into today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Well guys, over 2021, we have seen a lot of different things happening in the plant community. So many houseplants have come into style and out of style. I don't know if style is the right word, but there have been a lot of plants that were super popular that are now not and are drastically dropping in price. If you guys haven't already seen my video talking all about houseplant prices, I will put it up in the cards for you guys, but that will give you a little bit more insight as to plant prices right now and get a good sense as to what's going to happen in the next little bit. Over the course of 2021, I have found there have been an influx of people importing their own houseplants, especially in Canada. There have been a lot of group orders being made from the same place. So we're not seeing a lot of people importing from a bunch of different sellers overseas. While it is happening, it's not really super mainstream, but we are seeing an influx of people making group orders with places like Equiflora, Equigenera, and there's a lot of the same plants just flooding into our market. Some of those being the El Chaco Red, the Anthurium warwickwianum, the Anthurium regale, you know, any heart-shaped leaf, the Pastazanum, the Gloriosum. A lot of these plants are finding their way more easily to the market, which is making them more accessible, which is also dropping the price. Because of that, I feel like people are a little bit tired of seeing those specific plants. And while they were popular at the beginning of this year, a lot of those plants are really difficult to sell at this point. And I know that because, you know, I work at a plant shop. We definitely had months where some of those more common plants weren't selling. It's really funny because a lot of these plants were super sought after last year and they cost a ton of money when you did find one. So it is weird to see them, you know, just everywhere and no one wanting to buy them because it was such a huge deal at the beginning of this year and even last year. There are still a lot of plants that have maintained popularity, especially certain genuses. I feel like the Syndapsus genus over this year has become quite popular, but I really don't think it beat out the popularity of, you know, the El Chaco Red, the Verrucosum, all of those really nice heart-shaped leaf philodendrons. For 2022, and the end of this year really, I feel like we're going to see a lot more tissue cultured plants. As the houseplant craze has built up, we've seen a lot of different places start tissue culturing plants because of the demand for them. Tissue culturing is a process that allows you to make a ton of plants from one single plant. I don't know the exact science behind it, but it is a great way to get these really popular plants that aren't necessarily super available out to you guys. Because we're seeing a need for so many houseplants, we're also seeing a lot of baby plants coming out because while maybe in the past we waited a while with those tissue culture plants to actually release them, the demand is so high for certain plants that they need to be released quickly and as babies. So from what I've seen, just a trend amongst the sellers in my area, we are going to see a lot more tissue cultured plants and baby plants at that. I know that baby plants have always kind of been a popular thing, but these are going to be extra baby plants because tissue cultured plants really start out like little clumps and you separate them, but they're definitely great plants as well, and I'm really excited to be able to get some of these plants for cheaper. A lot of the plants that you're going to be able to find are plants that may have cost $300 or $400 last year, but now because they're able to tissue culture them and make them in such large quantities, the prices are going down for those. So we're probably going to see a lot of those plants that may have become a little bit less popular become popular again because they are smaller and less expensive. I also believe that Hoyas are going to remain a huge part of this community. This year especially, we have seen a huge influx in people looking for Hoyas. They're one of the best sellers at Secret Garden, and I know that that's the case in a lot of different places. They're also a lot easier to import. They're also a lot easier to care for. So a lot of people are diving into Hoyas, and rightly so. They are a really great plant. Obviously, they do grow a little bit slower than your aeroids, but they are very beautiful to look at, and there are so many different species. It is a little bit unfortunate, but with this demand increase for these Hoyas, we're also going to continue to see prices rise. It's hard to say. I think a lot of the plants that were popular, like the Hoya linearis, the Hoya serpens, the Hoya Matilde, stuff like that, I think those prices will go down, but you will see a lot more of these super rare Hoyas available because now that people's collections are growing, a lot more people are going to be looking for those ultra rare Hoyas. I think the last thing that I could predict for this coming year is that we're going to see a lot of more unusual plants. And what I mean by that is unusual shaped plants, unusual textured plants, and also some unusual types of plants. That being jungle cacti. I really feel like Ripsalis, while they were a little bit popular in the past, I think they are really going to make a comeback. Jungly type plants, I just feel are going to make a comeback. Actually, that wasn't the last thing. I also believe that plants with easy care requirements will become popular again as people are going back to work. A lot of people had a lot of time for their more difficult to care for houseplants, but now with COVID settling down a little bit, or at least people going back to normal a little bit, we are seeing a lot less people at home, and that requires plants that require less care. So yeah, I do think that we are going to see some plants that are a little bit easier to care for become more popular in 2022. Well guys, that was all for today's video. I'm sorry if it was a little bit short, but I will be back with some regular scheduled content this week. I wanted to take a little bit of a break this weekend, and I'm feeling really good about my posting schedule. It's a little bit sporadic, but I definitely need a break every once in a while. So thank you for allowing me to do that. I really appreciate all of you guys sticking around. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below and join as a member if you would like to. I also have my giveaway that you guys saw on my Instagram, so go check that out at the link down below, or just go check me out at Lulu Sleeves on Instagram. But yeah, that's going to be all from me guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!